Chicky, what?
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going live tonight. What's happening, everybody? Good to see ya. Welcome to Hawkwind's Radio Picture Show, where we're coming to you live every single Wednesday from the beautiful Q4 Radio in the lovely, lovely Ukrainian village neighborhood of the lovely, lovely city, Chicago, Illinois. Welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jack Dwyer.
And I'm Jay Smooth.
If you guys have never been to Hawkwind's Radio Picture Show before, welcome. Let us be the first to say welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. We are a show by Chicagoans, for Chicago arts and entertainment and media and music and a little bit of everything. If you are an artist or you know an artist who wants to get featured on the show, please hit us up. We are always taking submissions. If you like tonight's show, please hit like, hit subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with your girlfriend, share it with your wife. Just don't share it in the same group message. But no, sincerely, we mean that. Hitting like, hitting share, it means the absolute world to us artists.
And it's free.
And it's free. Try it out. It's free. It's free. It's free. So again, if you guys are having fun tonight, please let us know. Before we get started, though, Jay Smooth, how was your Labor Day, baby?
It was pretty good, man. You know, got to see some family, got to eat some delicious food. So they do this thing where they get like an entire pig and they just roast the fuck out of it.
Nice.
It's fucking great, man. Yeah.
How much you eat a lot of it then?
I try to. Whatever can fit in my mouth.
The snout, the butt, the whole damn thing.
The butt's the best part, bro.
Oh, pork butt, so good, so good. Would you ever eat an eyeball?
Who depends. Human? No. Animal? Maybe. So in some countries, the eyeball. In some countries, the eyeball is like a delicacy or like the best part of like whatever animal they're killing. There's like certain fish that you go and you get like fish soup, but specifically just the head, just to eat the eyeball. They're like, this is fucking delicious.
Woof. Do you ever think like you can take the power of the animal that you eat?
Maybe.
Like if you ate like an eagle eye, you'd probably see better.
I wish, man, dude. I fucking have terrible vision. I would love fucking eagle eyes.
I remember I was a Boy Scout and they made us do this like blindfolded thing through the wilderness and check your blah blah blah. And I was a little baby as a kid. I was such a crybaby. And they made us like walk on Fritos, and they were like, "This is broken glass." And they had like skinned grapes, and they were like, "These are eagle eyes."
That's
and they
funny.
like hand it to you, and you're blindfolded, and you're like 7. You're like, "What the fuck? This is so gross."
That's hilarious.
I remember crying so hard, and my dad like whispered, "He's like, you don't have to eat it, dude. It's okay."
Yo, that's funny. Yeah, man. I would have believed anything when I was 7.
Oof.
Fuck,
Gullible age, man. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you survived, man. I'm glad you got all your fingers. No firework explosions. That's good,
Not this
man.
year.
That's good. I got a new shipment. If you want to do some fireworks with me later, man.
Yeah.
I met up with my uncle recently, and I haven't seen him in quite some time. And he does a lot of like estate sales and antiques and stuff like that, and he knows I have an appetite for destruction. He's like, "You like fireworks?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Here's some half sticks of dynamite and M80s.
Yep. So I got some cool fireworks. He got me a 20-foot bullwhip.
Ooh.
Or not a 20-foot, I lied. It's a 13-foot bullwhip, but it feels like 20. It's fucking long, dude. So yeah, I'm ready to get into fall and have a little destruction this year.
Hell yeah, man. Pumpkin spice season is coming.
Absolutely. Goodbye summer. It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Ready for some fall.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you say? Let's get into the show tonight, man.
Let's do this, bro.
Tonight, we have a really awesome show for you guys. Here, guest starring on Hawkwind's, we have Sarah Krohn. She is a Chicago-based indie pop rock musician whose songs blend catchy melodies with confessional lyrics about identity, longing, and social awkwardness. Boy, do we know a thing or two about that.
Tell me about it.
She's a creative octopus involved in every step of her process, whether it's producing in her own bedroom, directing friends on camera angles, or performing on stage. Everybody, please give a big, warm Hawkwind's welcome to singer-songwriter Sarah Krohn.
Ooh. Hello.
How's it going?
What's up, Sarah?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. Better now that you're here. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Happy to be here.
So for those who have never heard of Sarah Krohn before, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Yeah. So I am a musician here in Chicago, and I make music, and I have a band, and yeah, I post on the internet whatever I'm thinking, really. Yeah.
You know, I was watching a lot of your YouTube videos earlier this week, doing my homework on you, you know, making sure we know the guest star coming in. And your music videos are so fun. They were all very heartfelt. And your lyrics are so fun. And one of the things that really stuck out to me, though, is that your number one most viewed video on your YouTube page is you talking about identity. And I was like, wow, that's so funny that her big passion is music, but people really identified with that. You know, how do you blend the two together, and kind of what's your reaction with the viewership you have on your YouTube page?
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I made that video when I was maybe 16, and I was talking about identity and having like an identity crisis and feeling like you don't know who you are really. And it's interesting because I made that when I was 16, and it's the most popular video I have on YouTube. And now I am 24, and it seems that whenever I post myself talking about things like identity or relationships or just anything like kind of self-reflective, for some reason, people really enjoy hearing me talk about that kind of thing. And so this year, like, I have posted a couple different videos kind of similar, and it's the same ones, the same types of videos that just seem to like go viral, and people really resonate with them, which is great because it's just, I feel like it's the easiest thing for me to talk. And when I write songs, I just put the things that are in my brain that I would probably talk about just into music. So it's the same kind of thing, but it's just the medium that changes.
Yeah. You know, I think that's one of my favorite parts about the internet and the World Wide Web and how it connects people, because you can talk about topics like that. You can talk about mental health. You can talk about your identity. And you know that there's some people out there who identify with that as well and resonate with it, and they learn from it. You know, do you have any experience, or like what are some of the responses that you've had from people connecting with you on the internet, whether through TikTok, through YouTube? You know, have you gone and, dare I say, maybe changed somebody's life from it?
I think sometimes, like, from the video that I posted when I was 16, where like I was only 16, I feel like I know so much more about the world now. But I think the reason that specific video did so well was because I think people resonated with it, because I wasn't like, hey, I'm an expert and I know everything and this is what you have to do to like be happy and know who you are. It was like me being like, I don't really have the answers, like, but this is the experience and what I've learned so far. And in the comments of that video, people have poured out their whole life stories of long stories about the struggles that they've been through and how the video has helped them. And for a while, I tried to respond to every comment, but now it's been many years, and so I don't really keep up with them quite as much anymore. But yeah, I think there's something in that video that people really resonated with.
Now, how do you identify yourself within the world?
That's a good question.
About that. 5 words that describe yourself. What do you think was the momentum change and the shift in you at that age? And has your identity changed since then? I
would say so. I think I was actually just talking with my roommate about this last night, about how I feel like me and her were always talking about identity and who we are, like in the world around us. And we were both talking about how, I guess we don't really think about identity quite as much as we did when we were younger. And I was saying how now I think more about how who I am fits into the world around me. I think what I've been realizing is there's only so much changing that I can do as a person. And now it's just kind of about accepting who I am and working with that to better fit into the world, or not even fit into the world, just kind of just be how I want to be. And so it's interesting how it's changed. It's become, I think, less about me and more about the context that I exist.
Now, how do you identify? If you had 5 words that describe you, what do you think it would be?
I feel like so many things nowadays are all categories and labels of things. And I think the reality is that nobody actually feels like they fit into any of these categories, whether it's like the performative man or it's like this other random like label of like what this thing that you are says about you. I think it can feel limiting. But I mean, like if I was 5 words, what would I be?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do the first ones that come to mind because maybe
give you extra words if you need more words. So I understand 5. Not that much.
Okay, I would say if I had to like pick 5 words that summed up who I am, I would say thinking and observing and like inspiration, pretzels. I really like pretzels. And we'll just go with music. I feel like what better word?
Good words, yeah. Now, what made you kind of have that journey of self-discovery like that? Was there kind of a breaking point for you? And do you still struggle with identity till today?
I think the part in my life where I started thinking about myself was probably in middle school. I think as a kid, like I was a little bit shy and I questioned things, but I feel like when I was 14, that was when I feel like that's when I gained consciousness as a human, when I kind of looked up and was like, okay, like I am a person and this is like the world around me. How do those things fit and who am I kind of in the context of everything? And I think I was always wanting an answer, and I think the answer that I have now is that there isn't really an answer to all of it, and there isn't like a straightforward kind of solution to everything. And I just feel like I think about it less, and I think that is kind of the answer, because there's so many things that you can think about in the world, and I feel like as you get older you think less about yourself and more about the world, and then like you just start tuning into just like your community and then like the communities beyond that, and then just like the world as a whole. I feel like people get more aware as they get older, and I feel like I'm kind of in the process of that.
Yeah. We're always learning. We're always growing. One of the things that really stuck out to me in your video was, and I've been a firm believer in this for the longest time, is to get yourself into situations that make you uncomfortable. If you live in this little bubble that you've always been in your entire life, there's never really room to grow. And you can't really find out who you are as a person until you're tested into these waters. A good sailor never made a good sailor because he was on calm water or stayed on land. He was in the rough seas, or she was in the rough seas. What events do you think are really good for people to kind of get out of their comfort zones, to kind of find themselves again?
Right. I feel like there are so many things that somebody can do to just put themselves in different situations. Because I do agree. Like, I think that is the thing that makes you grow and gives you perspective of like who you are, whether it's like, I don't know, I've lived in a lot of different places. Like I think if you never really leave the place that you grew up, I think you sometimes don't always have the perspective of like how everything works, but not everyone can just like leave home whenever they want. But I think that has given me a lot of perspective. Like I've lived in many, many different places, just for short periods of time. But now I think, what was the question? I forget what the end of the question.
What are some things that you think people should do to get out of their comfort zone? What are some things maybe you did to get out of your comfort zone and find your identity?
I think just being around different types of people, and I would say interacting with different types of people wherever they are, whether it's at a Sarah Krohn show in Chicago or whether it's like, I think just like being in different circumstances and meeting different people. I think that was what worked for me, because I think the thing that was always uncomfortable for me was being around other people, and that was kind of the thing that I was figuring out. Whereas like when I was alone, it's like, oh, I know who I am when I'm alone, and it's like, this is comfortable and fine. But it's like being around people, I'm like, oh, this is scary for some reason. And so I feel like for me it was, just being in different contexts, going to different things, because like I used to be afraid of going to doctor's appointments for the first time, and I was going to the dentist that I've never been to before a couple days ago, and like I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like I'm so chill about it in a way where like a couple years ago I would be like looking it up on Google Maps. Is this the correct building? Like what's the layout of the building? Where it's like now I just kind of do it and I don't think about it as much. But it wasn't always that way.
Yeah. It takes a lot of encouragement. You know, sometimes I've talked to people who are like, oh man, I get anxious just going to the grocery store. And I'm like, bro, tell me about it. I've been doing this since I was 12. But you got to have the steps. You got to have get in the right mindset, you know? How about you, Jay Smooth? Has there been, you know, a place or a location or something you went out and did that got you out of your comfort zone that helped you identify with who you are as a person?
The only thing I can think of is like working the service industry for a couple of years, because you meet a lot of interesting people of all kinds of like paths. You meet like people with like fucking bachelor's degrees of all kinds. You meet people that went to culinary school, that didn't go to culinary school, that dropped out of school. You meet other types of artists that are working their way through whatever art thing they're doing. So I think that was like a big point in my life where I was all like, this is interesting.
Yeah,
a lot of different people.
Hot, sweaty environment. You got to be fast paced. Yeah,
you ever seen The Bear?
Oh, totally.
It's kind of like that, pretty much.
It totally tests. Totally tests your, your patience, your agility, how to properly work in a hot, fast paced environment. That takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of brain power, man. That's tough.
And just like working in general taught me how to like socialize with people.
Mm-hmm.
Usually not used to it.
Yeah.
And then when you're at work, you kind of have to.
Right. It's sink or swim at that point, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be a part of my answer is getting into those hot, sweaty, sticky environments. Even traumas too. I feel like I was talking to someone this weekend about this, of like one of our friends who like hasn't been through a lot of trauma in their life, and like a little thing would just make them slip. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, with all of this bullshit that I've been through in my life, I've been able to test who I am as a person. And as like shitty and weird as that is, it's helped ground me in a lot of things where like some people might freak out at certain situations where I'm like, this is a Wednesday.
Yeah, man, they say your childhood traumas make who you are as an adult.
Yeah, well, I'm really hoping it pays off pretty soon because, it's been a rocky road. Hey, YouTube, sponsor me.
Come on, Celsius.
Yeah, please, golly. So, Sarah, tell us a little bit more about, your music career. How did you first get into music?
Right, yeah. I took music lessons kind of as a lot of kids did as a kid. And then when I was around high school age, I was in a music program called the School of Rock. Yeah. And that was really formative to who I became as a performer. And I think just my work ethic and just how I handle music and being in a band and playing with other people, it was a really great program. And I started writing songs when I was 13. My first song was actually about Ed Sheeran. I was a big fan back in the day, and it was called "You've Changed My Life." And so since then, I learned how to produce music because my brother had kind of like a bootleg version of Logic Pro on his laptop. And so I wanted him to help me make an EP when I was like 14. And we had one recording day. And then after that, I kept trying to get another one in, and he was just busy. So I was like, okay, because I have to learn how to do it myself. And that's kind of how I learned how to produce music, so that I could kind of record everything as I wrote it.
Cool. Now, when you're writing new music, do you have a certain process? How do you get into your mindset? Do you light candles? Do you got to have a certain meal beforehand? Do you lock the doors? Do you open the windows? What's your process like to get you in that zone?
Yeah, I think for me, it usually starts with a feeling, no matter where it ends up. And then I just reach for whatever I can to express that feeling, which is usually the guitar, or like I hear some words and I want to put those words in a song. But I think songwriting for me is really based around the meaning of the songs rather than like a good beat or like a cool jam. Like it's about what the song is about, I think, for me. And so, yeah, then from there, it just kind of like ping pongs back and forth between the guitar and the melody and the words and the music and everything until it's done.
Yeah. Now, in your music videos are so fun too. I was hoping maybe you can talk to us a little bit about the process of making the videos. Do you use the same people to help film them? And, you know, what was the whole experience like? It looked like you guys had a lot of fun on set.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I've been making music videos for my songs ever since I released my first song, really. Like it's always been like I release a song, I make a video. Like I think pretty much every one of my songs, except for some on like the first album that I released, like all of them have music videos. And it's just been me, my friends, and a camera for most of it. Actually, like even still, it's me, my friends, and a camera. But like the most recent music video that I put out was for a song that I just released called Sammy. And that was the first one where like it was more than me, my friends, and a camera. Like we had a whole, like we had lighting, we had a production crew, we had like just so many more people on set helping out, which makes it so much less stressful for me. I feel like when I'm being the director and I'm the actor and I'm handling like where the lights are and like I just asked my friend to film it and they don't know anything about making videos, it's a lot. It's like me kind of doing everything at the same time, which is super stressful. And so now that like, you know, I can like pay people to help me with it. And it's like the last one I made was still with my friends. It was with like one of my bandmates. And it was a really great experience and it was super fun. And I feel like I got to focus on being the person in the music video rather than everything else, which made it really fulfilling and really fun.
It's nice to be able to step away from the bossy pants and just be the artist, you know. I feel like a lot of people really like get affected by that, of running the business, running the camera, running this, you know, to have you can't do everything, you know. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about, you know, the process. Who films them now? And your music video for Sammy was really fun. Was that in your apartment? And who played Sammy?
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, we filmed the Sammy music video in my apartment, and, yeah, I worked with one of my bandmates this past music video, Deadbeat Bug Productions, if anyone is interested in making a music video. They were really great to work with, and, yeah, so to film the music video, I wanted somebody to play the actor of Sammy. And in the past, I've usually just had friends or like whoever I'm dating at the moment, like kind of just make like a little cameo in the music video. But I felt like a lot of my music videos have had just my friends who like aren't really actors. Like one I like had my one roommate like wear like a goat mask and the other one was like dressed in angel wings and it was really fun. But this one I was like, okay, I feel like this is a more like intimate music video. I kind of don't want it to be with the same roommates that like some of them are in multiple of the videos. And so it's like you can kind of connect different actors through like the Sarah Krohn like cinematic universe, which is funny. But yeah, I ended up posting a reel on Instagram saying, hey, does anybody want to be my romantic interest in a music video? And it ended up getting like, I think like over 200,000 views, and like people still DM me. Like before this, I was just looking at my DMs, and there's literally a DM of someone being like, hey, like I would love to be in your music video. And I posted it. It's September now, and I posted that in maybe April or May. And so I got a lot of responses for that. And yeah, it went kind of viral, which has been really cool. And so a lot of people have been reaching out. But then I chose someone whose name is Matthew, and Matthew did a great job. And yeah, he played Sammy in the music video.
And now you got a list of backup boyfriends, right?
Yeah, and some people were like, hey, I'd love to be in your music video. And some people just DM me like, hey, I'd love to hold your hand. So it was really a mix of like of people that were interested in one way or another.
That's really cool. You know, I don't think a lot of people realize just how fun music videos are, you know, compared to other film sets where you got to be quiet on set. You can't be laughing the whole time. It was really funny. I was watching your behind the scenes of your music video, and just to see everyone just laughing, giggling. It's so fun because you can kind of be a little more playful in a music video. Now, do you kind of improvise your way through it, or do you have a set schedule? Do you plan all the shots that are going to be made in the video?
In the past, I very much didn't plan anything. We just kind of showed up and just experimented with things, and the shots that were chosen ended up being whatever shots looked good, which was kind of the way that I used to do it. Whereas now I do kind of come up with a concept beforehand, and I actually am not a very visual person. I don't think in like visually, and so for like planning different shots, I don't really see them in my head all of the time, but I have the concept of what I want, and so it's like me kind of trying to picture them, but then some people like draw out sketches, and it's like I don't even get that far, but I definitely do plan out like what are things that we can film that will go in this part of the song, and backup things and like that. I do a lot more planning, and sometimes I'll spend like months thinking of video concepts. Like the music video that I put out for my song If You're Down, I genuinely spent months thinking of it. The music video was based off of tarot cards.
Yeah, it was
and
lovely. It was so
yeah,
fun.
thank you. And the summer that I made that video, I was working selling boat tickets in Maine for a boat. And I had a lot of time to just kind of sit and do nothing, which was awesome. And I would spend that time, I like read a couple different tarot books, like researching and underlining different things about tarot, because like it was just an interest of mine, but then it was also like for the music video specifically. And yeah, I spent months thinking of the concept, because there's so many different things that kind of weave into that music video. And yeah, I spent a long time on it, and me and my friends just filmed it in the forests of Maine,
Nice.
which was super whimsical.
Yeah, the style was really fun, and I'm a bit into tarot as well. My girlfriend got me into it, and I was like, whoa, I've been sleeping on this the whole time. Tarot is such a fun thing. You know, what are some fun things you learned about tarot cards in general? Do you have a favorite tarot card?
Ooh, let me think. I don't know if I have a favorite, but there have been a lot of times, like I literally last night, like I always re-find it in my life kind of when I need to. Last night I did a tarot reading, which was just like, and I just feel like whenever I do them, it just tells me what I need to know, but in like the most brutal way, kind of. It's like, oh, like I know that is the right thing. And it's funny how like correct and true that it is. It always surprises me. And so... yeah, let me think. My favorite card. I don't know that I have a favorite, because I think like different cards find you when you need to find them, and there are certain cards that I have pulled that are maybe negative, but they're maybe negative in a way that the thing itself is negative, but the thing that results from it is positive. And so I think that goes into a lot of different areas of life. Like bad things can lead to good things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really interesting. It really makes you take a retrospective look at everything. How often do you do tarot readings?
I used to do them a lot more. Like around the time that I wrote If You're Down, me and my roommate would do them like before we would go out for the night, because we would like have these crushes and these like confusing like romantic situations. And so we would like do, and this is when we were in college, and so we would just like do little tarot readings before we would go out to like kind of be like the intention for the night. And that was really fun. And so I got really into it and learned a lot during that time. But now it's like I haven't done a reading in probably like, I want to say like a couple months. But then, yeah, I just did one last night. And so, yeah, I feel like it's good to have every once in a while.
Totally, yeah. Just to kind of reshuffle the deck, realign what you got going on in life.
Yeah.
know? Yeah, tarot is such a fun theme. Are there other themes that you would like to explore in future music videos?
Ooh, I've thought about this a little bit. There are certain like shots that I have in my mind that I want to use in some music video in the future, but I don't know what. Like I want to have one music video where I am on a skateboard and I'm like lip syncing while I'm riding the skateboard. But to film that, we would need kind of like an empty street, someone driving a car, and then someone like filming from the trunk, kind of following us. And I think that would be a really fun concept. But other than that, it's like super based around the song and my life when I wrote the song, and I just kind of weave all that stuff together.
You skateboard?
I do. Oh my gosh, yeah. I used to be super into it. Around like 2021, like one of my music videos called A Part of Me is like there's just like skating all throughout the music video, and I learned to kickflip so I could do a kickflip in that video, which I did.
Yeah, Holly.
Yeah, and I've fallen out with skateboarding in the last like couple of years really, but I actually just went like this week for the first time again because I made a new friend and we started skateboarding together, which is really exciting because I love to skateboard, but I feel like I quit because I felt like I didn't have time and I didn't have skate friends anymore. And so, yeah, we just went skating, and like genuinely my legs are like covered in bruises. Like I bruise super easily, and like if I go out in shorts, like people will be like very concerned, I think.
Well, it's just like riding a horse. You just got to get right back up, right?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's very true.
Now, do you do like skateboard or longboard, or what kind of boarding do you do?
I skateboard and I do like little tricks like kick flips and shove it's and that kind of thing.
Cool. If you're looking for a good group, a bunch of my friends are a part of this group called Chicago Push. Was it Chicago Push for Change? But yeah, they do meetups like this, and it's called Social Push. My apologies, guys. I'm sorry. It's been a weird day. Social Push. Yeah, it's a skate meetup. They meet up a lot in the Millennium or the Grant Park skate park.
Oh, cool! Awesome.
A lot of Belmont Harbor stuff. Big meetups.
Nice.
I think that's the best way to learn, though. You got to find somebody to go with, or a group of people. Arguably one of the best ways to learn because people will watch what you're doing. You can watch what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. Like I started skateboarding because my guitar teacher in high school skateboarded, and I was like, he seems cool. I want to skateboard. And that's kind of how I started. And then after I graduated, we would like skateboard together. And so I learned so much of what I know from skateboarding with him. And he'd be like, put your foot there instead of there. And I'd be like, oh, that makes so much of a difference.
Yeah, cowabunga. Now, do you have any songs that you're currently working on?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a song that I am working on that I'm hoping to release kind of as soon as it's done. And I'm excited about this one because like it feels like with each song that I release, I involve more people in the process. Like the first song that I released, and kind of like I put out an album of songs that I wrote when I was 14, and it's like the first thing that I ever like produced myself. And I did everything myself pretty much, except for like drums on a couple songs. But yeah, there are songs of mine, like my song Greetings from Virginia, like I play every single instrument on that song, and I mixed it and I mastered it. It's like that is just like completely my making.
Really? I really liked that song.
Thank you. Yeah, it's one of the ones that I still play live, and people seem to really like it.
Wow.
And so yeah, that one was really cool because like I did do everything, but I've also found that takes a lot of work. And at this point in my life, like I love to do everything but myself, but I've come to realize that there are people that are good at what they do, and I like to involve them in the process so that it isn't just me. Because if I made everything that was just me, like it would be just me every time. But I like kind of adding in different like flavors each time of different people because they all add something new. And they do what they're good at. Because I spent like 6 months learning the drums once after a breakup. That was my like post-breakup activity. But it's like I'm not a drummer and I don't know as much about the drums. Like I don't just like sit and play all the time. And so yeah, I found that it's cool to involve other people. And then it saves me a lot of time. And so with this next song that I'm releasing, it's the first time that I've like worked with a producer actually, because I've always just done all the production on my songs, but then recently I've been like sending it to somebody to mix it and adjust all the levels and everything. But this time I've been working with a producer like all throughout, which has been super helpful, and it's gone like so much quicker than I could have imagined. And so it's like kind of almost done, though it probably won't come out for a second. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do for the music video for that one. So
now, what do you think are some big differences that you see from doing it independently to having a producer come and help you do it?
I think when when I do it myself, I think it's cool because I think there is an aspect of it's nice to do it myself because I can control how much I put into it, and I know that I'm putting like my full soul into everything that I do. And so if I hire someone, like, you know, like I'm expecting them to like do what they are going to do, but I think there is an aspect of like this isn't the thing that means the most to them. And so I think like the songs are really special to me, and so it's like I put in like the extra, like honestly more than I think I should, because then it takes really, really long. And I think that's the main thing, is that like they just take so much longer when I'm just doing it alone. And I think half of that involves like me kind of, it's almost like I'm walking down a path and I keep like looking behind my shoulder to be like, am I on the right path? Like I keep doubting myself, which takes up so much time, rather than like if you were just like walking and the person that's walking next to you is like, yeah, you're doing good, like keep going. So I feel like it saves me a lot of time that way.
Do you have a favorite song to play on stage?
Ooh.
Or 2, 3?
Yeah, I definitely do. Recently, it's this newer song that I just played for the first time live with my band at our last gig. We just played at Book Club. And we played a song that I wrote that's called Your Best Friend You Used to Sleep With. And that one's really fun. And I like at the end of it, I like go into the crowd and I like kind of spin in a circle, which I've never done before. I've never like I've seen so many shows where people go into the crowd, and I've found that like everybody loves it when somebody goes into the crowd. So I was like, okay, I need to do that in my set. And so I chose that song. And yeah, I think it's fun just because it's new.
Okay. What kind of energy can people expect at like a Sarah Krohn show? Is it like high energy, or is it more like chill? Like what?
I think it's like both of those. I think it's like there are times where it's like happy, dancing, upbeat, catchy songs. Like it isn't a show that you just kind of like stand and listen. Like there is kind of like some movement, and it's fun. And like now that I have like a full band of like multiple guitarists, like I don't have to play the guitar all the time, so I can like get up and move around and dance, and like that is really exciting for me. But I think there's also a lot of like kind of more tender moments where I feel like the thing that I love about music the most is when it makes me feel something. And so I think that is kind of what I put into my music. And so I hope that people are like still feeling things, like feeling, thinking, reflecting about their like breakup or the crush that they have. But then it's also like it can be fun as well.
Do you have any like pre-show rituals? What does like the 5 minutes before you get on stage look like?
I think like I just try to get comfortable in like being myself. I think that is kind of the main thing, like being comfortable being seen by other people. And so I just try to like get into myself the most that I can. And I feel like I don't have anything that I do all the time. I feel like it's a lot of just kind of talking to myself. And then sometimes I'll like listen to songs that I really like that make me feel really good, so that it's like, because I feel like the whole reason that I do music is I see the people that I have been listening to my whole life, like the musicians I love. Ed Sheeran, if you will. I feel like I don't do this with Ed Sheeran anymore, but when I was 13, it's like I saw him doing music, and that was the thing that made me want to do it myself. And so I think that it's still the same. Like I see someone doing it and I'm like, I want to do that too. And that's kind of why I do music.
Yeah, I feel like the most successful musicians, they do it because they want to do it for themselves. They write music that they want to hear, mostly, because I've also seen a lot of musicians, and they get in it for like, you know, just to be cool or whatever, and they end up hating it after like some time. It's fucking sucks.
Yeah, and I found like with any kind of anything in life, like there's pros and cons to any way of being, because like I feel like I'm a very adaptable person, and I try to change myself for different circumstances. But I've really found that like, yeah, I can change myself, but like even if I change myself to be different, like there's still pros and cons to any way of being. So like you might as well just save the time and like be yourself, because it'll save you a lot of time.
Yeah. So after your show, I know me personally, it takes like a few minutes for me to like wind down. I have to like go outside and like smoke a joint and shit. How do you have any ways of winding down, or you just like ride it out until your adrenaline stops? Yeah,
after this last show, it was like during the day, and so me and my friends, we all went out to pizza, and I felt like I was just on such a high of like, I feel like playing shows, like I think the last couple of months have been super stressful and busy for me. Like I just like with everything kind of going on, like my Instagram has been like popping off in the past couple of months, which is great because this is kind of the thing that I've always wanted. But I feel like I'm also putting a lot of pressure on myself to be thinking about it and responding to like every single DM that comes in and everything. And so it's been super busy and stressful, like preparing for the release of the song that I just put out. And I feel like playing the show was like such a good reminder of like the real people that exist in the world. And it just felt like, oh, like this is what I meant to be doing. Like all of the emails that I've sent and all of the like everything like that. It's like this is the reason that I do it all. And so that was really nice. And so I feel like I didn't wind down. Like I went out with friends, we got pizza, I went home, I like sat on my couch for a little bit. And then I remember just like dancing to songs on the street. Like then I went with my friends to, we went out after that, and then I got like really, really drunk.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, I just felt like I was just riding the high for a long time.
With all these cool shows that you're playing, you're saying your Instagram is popping off. Do you ever get like imposter syndrome?
I have a little bit. Like I think it's always weird to conceptualize what the numbers actually mean. Mm-hmm. Like in 2025, this year, like the amount of followers that I've had on Instagram has literally doubled. And I don't really understand what that means, because I think I've had videos in the past get a lot of views, but like I don't really feel any tangible impact, or it's like there's still the same amount of people at my shows. I'm still getting the same amount of Spotify streams. It's like my life doesn't change at all. And this is the first time where it's like, I think it's small, but I do think it's a little bit bigger than I thought. Like I always thought like, oh, numbers are fake, they don't mean anything. But like genuinely, like when I've gone out on the streets in the past like month or so, there was like a period of time where every single time I went out, somebody would recognize me in person. Like, and that has never happened before. Like, it really makes me feel like a little micro celebrity in Chicago. Right. Like, literally last Wednesday, I was out with friends, like, downtown, and we were just walking by someone, and someone was like, "You're Sarah Krohn." I was like, whoa. Like, it feels really crazy.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's a great thing, though, to get that recognition. How does that make you feel after putting in all those hours to do it, and then people are seeing you?
Yeah, I think it feels weird because nothing I'm doing has really changed. I've been doing like the same things really for years, but like all of a sudden now people are paying attention and caring more. And it's interesting because it's like, I'm not actually doing anything different. Like, why weren't you guys like caring back then? But then it's also like, I don't know, like and so it's like a little bit of me is like, oh, like, do I deserve it if I feel like I haven't done anything? But I don't necessarily think that self-worth should be placed on doing things, which is a lesson I'm still learning. So.
Yeah. Now, how would you describe the Chicago music scene in general at the moment?
Yeah, I only moved here about a year ago. And so since I've moved here, I've been going to a ton of shows. And I work as a stagehand at Lincoln Hall. And so cool. I see a ton of shows through that, which is honestly like, I think it's like one of my favorite things that I do. Like I really enjoy it so much. And I started playing gigs here in like February with a band, and then we took a little break. And now we've got a bunch of shows lined up. And so, yeah, I just feel like I've been trying to be as involved as I can in the music scene, because I feel like local community is like such an important thing. And I've really wanted to be a part of like a local community of music where like, and to kind of build on things, because in the past couple of years, I've moved around so much that I feel like I haven't really been able to build anything. And so I graduated college last year, and my intention for wherever I moved was to be somewhere that I could build something, because I've done so much moving around, which is cool to see the world, but it's like I'm ready to build.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said you moved around a lot. Where are the places you've lived?
Yeah, so I went to school in Ohio, which is
OH.
Yeah. And then I'm from outside of Philly, and so I grew up just like in the suburbs. And then I went to Ohio, and then every different summer I was somewhere new. And so I spent one summer at home. I spent one summer on Nantucket. I spent one summer in New York City. I spent and then I studied abroad also, and so I did a bunch of traveling while I was there. Then I spent another summer in Maine, and so I've kind of like moved around. I've lived in islands. I've lived in cities. Like I've seen a lot of different places, but never the West Coast. That's one place that feels very like undiscovered to me, and I'm curious about it.
Yeah, a little manifest destiny.
Yeah. I don't necessarily feel like I have to conquer everything, but I am curious about. I am curious about like I've never even been to LA, so that is kind of like an undiscovered thing in my mind.
Well, if you make it there, you'll make it anywhere. Kid.
Yeah.
You know, where are your favorite places that you have lived?
Ooh. I mean, honestly, Chicago is one of them. Like, I haven't found a city that I would rather live in. I feel like growing up is just discovering more things that I don't like. And it's like I've liked all the places that I've lived, but there are things that I haven't liked about them, so I can like choose better where I do want to live.
Finding out what you don't like is definitely a big part of identity building.
Yeah.
I don't like this, so I am not that.
Yeah, I would say, super, super helpful in all of that. But yeah, I would probably say like a mix of Chicago and then probably also Philly. Like I do really like Philly.
Cool. What's your favorite part about Philly?
Okay, well, one thing that Chicago doesn't have that Philly has is if it's like a late night and I want a soft pretzel, there's like nowhere in Chicago that I can just go to a gas station and get a soft pretzel. And like that is such a thing in Philly, like a Wawa soft pretzel. There's nothing like it.
Like a bodega of sorts?
Yeah.
That you're talking about?
Yeah, and it's like they always have a soft pretzel. And I just thought that was a thing that was everywhere, but you just like they don't really have it in Chicago. And so I feel like that is one thing that I miss about Philly.
Yeah, we need some bodegas, some Wawas, some late night stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like we have 7-Eleven, but it's like they don't have soft pretzels.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat food from 7-Eleven. Fuck
I
that
wouldn't
shit.
either.
Yeah.
You ever hear about the guy who had like he was making nachos there, but the nacho cheese had like lodged in the tube to come out, but the cheese got so bad that like it killed him. Like he ate it and just died. Yeah, dude.
He died on spot.
It's just processed. Yeah, it's no bueno.
When I was younger, it used to be like my go-to like snack place after like smoking a joint or something. Now, bro, like I'll try to eat like chicken wings from there. I fucking get sick for like a day or two. It's fucking terrible.
Oof. It's just not good. It's not processed. Yeah. Or it is processed.
Too processed.
Too processed. Now you say you're a big pretzel fan. What's your top pretzel spots?
Like, okay, so I guess in Philly, like they're probably a Wawa soft pretzel is one of my favorites. Also like Philly Pretzel Factory, that's like the other place to get pretzels. That's like a pretzel place. Other than that, it's just like wherever you can find them, really.
Yeah. Wetzel's Pretzels, yay or nay?
What is that?
Ooh, Wetzel's Pretzels?
Wetzel's Pretzels.
It's what you smell when you go in the mall. You walk in.
Oh, okay, like Annie Ann's kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, I like those kind of pretzels as well. But I feel like they're good, but they're not quite like the soft pretzel. Like, did you guys grow up in Chicago?
Yep.
So, did you also play sports?
Yes. Nope.
Okay.
You're talking concession stand pretzels.
Yeah, like
right?
did like after you finished like a baseball game, did like somebody's parents like bring a bunch of soft pretzels? Was that a thing?
People would bring like bag stuff and like the Mondo like plastic drinks. But the pretzels,
know what we did have though?
What's that?
We had Home Depot hot dogs. Every time we went to Home Depot, fucking get a hot dog from there. Best hot dog in the world.
Yeah, see, we didn't have I don't think that Home Depot has hot dogs in Philly because I didn't hear about that as a thing until I came here.
Sometimes I would go there just for the hot dogs.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't even make it in the store. I'm like, just give me a couple hot dogs.
Is that really just a Chicago thing?
I think so.
Huh. Go us.
I know
How
that
about
is.
it? Yeah.
I feel like they don't have pretzels here, but like I've always loved the hot dog, and so I'm happy that like at least there's that.
If you're ever in like the Lincoln Park, Lakeview area, there's a little like in the corner like called Southport Betty's, and they have a really good soft pretzel.
Okay.
Great, yeah.
Noted.
Have to try it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do you got a favorite neighborhood in Chicago?
Favorite neighborhood? I mean, so I live in Logan, which I really like. But I don't know. I feel like there are definitely neighborhoods that are prettier. Like I feel like when you go up to like Andersonville, like it's really pretty up there. But yeah, I feel like I like Logan. Like all my friends are there. The vibes are there. Yeah.
I love Logan. Jay's born and raised in Logan, right?
Nice.
Logan.
Yeah. That's the best neighborhood. It's so down to earth. Craft beer drinking,
it's good for young
tattoos.
people, man.
Yeah.
Literally bars all down Milwaukee Avenue and up until like Wicker Park and shit.
The art scene is so fun. There's wrestling.
There's a lot of like cool like little bars to play shows at. Coles, shout out Coles.
I was there last night. I think, yeah.
Do you have a favorite neighborhood, Jack?
I gotta say Logan Square. I think Logan Square. Yeah, without a doubt, Logan Square. Andersonville's cool too. I really dig Andersonville a lot. One of my favorite shops is up there. It's called, I think it's called the Woolly Mammoth. Ooh. But you go in there and it's just like, it's an oddities shop. So you can buy like skulls. Nice. And there was like a squirrel riding a possum, like he's a cowboy. A bunch of just weird stuff like that. I'm so into the oddities. So yeah, that's a good spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very Swedish, so like Andersonville is the Swedish neighborhood of Chicago. So
yeah, like I studied abroad in Copenhagen, and so like I love the kind of like the Swedish influence of Andersonville.
Yeah, Swedish people they know what's going on. IKEA, brilliant.
Yeah,
love it. Oh man. Well, Sarah, you brought your guitar here. I was hoping, is that cool if you maybe play a couple songs for us?
Yeah, I can play a song.
Tell us a little bit about them.
Of course.
Do you have a name for your guitar?
Actually, yes. So this was the guitar that I bought it with like my life savings when I was 13, which is like a year or 2 years after I started learning the guitar. And, as I talked about, my first song was about Ed Sheeran, so I named it Eddie at the time. And so this is Eddie. I think I like carved it into the headstock somewhere. Yeah, I carved it into the headstock at the top. But then I had to get the guitar repaired, and I was afraid that whoever was repairing the guitar would judge me about it, and so I scratched it out. But it did say Eddie. But yeah, I will play the song I just released, which is called Sammy. Sammy, maybe I exaggerate. But I'm a hypocrite who would still feel betrayed. Sammy, I'm wishing I was kissing you. I'll be holding on for longer than I need to. We say I like you the way people say it's the same thing but different. I'm just not your girlfriend. Oh, I've been kissing my friends, mostly just 'cause I can. Oh, and if you did the same, well, I'd wanna shoot me in the brain. Sammy, I just feel the need to know, am I the only one that you kiss on the nose? Sammy, I'm craving something more, but I don't want to be a distraction or a detour. We say people say I love you. It's the same thing but different. I'm just not your girlfriend. Oh, I've been kissing my friends. 'cause there are many things from you that I keep.
Bravo. That was great.
Thank you.
I felt that one in here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you were feeling when you wrote that? You know,
Yeah.
who is Sammy?
Yeah. Okay. So Sammy, when I moved to Chicago, I kind of landed myself right into like a confusing situationship, as one does when you move to a new place. And I was seeing this guy for a while, and I feel like when I wrote the song, I was kind of craving more from him, and I was wanting something that wasn't there. And I think at the time I thought that was a label of like, oh, like we're officially dating. But I think, you know, like now that time has passed, I think what I've realized is it wasn't about the label. I think I was craving like a deeper connection that I think wasn't there, that I didn't want to see at the time. I think I was really trying to make things work. I was really willing to try to make things work. But I think I was not quite seeing that, hey, maybe it's just not a good match. And so, yeah, when I wrote the song, I was just feeling confused, and I feel like I wasn't able to kind of communicate what I wanted. And, yeah, I feel like I ended up, you know, feeling unfulfilled. And so what do? You write a song.
Yeah, amen.
Do be like that.
It do be like that sometimes. Sure do.
Yeah.
Does Sammy know that the song is written about them?
I mean, I'm sure he does. I don't have actual proof that he has heard it, but I think like if he's heard it or has seen the music video, like, I mean, he'll know because it's kind of his name. So.
Well, I hope he heard it, and I hope he felt it.
Yeah.
Do you have any other songs for us that you'd like to play? Or?
Sure. Yeah, I can play another song. I'll play another song that I've released called If You're Down. That was the one where we were talking about the Tarot music video. Yeah. This is If You're Down. I lay in bed in the morning a little longer just so I can continue the dream I was having about how your lips felt against mine. I lay in bed in the evening, anchored in my own doubt about how I exist as a person whenever you're around. Agony and ache, I'm starting to deteriorate. I care so much, I don't wanna mess it up. Twirling your hair in my fingers, we lay 7 on the couch. He's the thing that ties us together and pulls you further out. When we're sitting in the car, I feel so far away, and I don't know what to say. I can feel your attention. It shifts when he's around, and I don't know if I mentioned I would kiss him if you're down. We could be all of his suitors. I could hold you through his hands, gathered around just like groupies, you and me, his biggest fans. Twirling your hair in my fingers, we lay 7 on the couch. He's the thing guess I can be a friend. Twirling your hair in my fingers, we lay 7 on the couch. He's the thing that ties us together, pulls you further out. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know I am. And we're sitting in the car, I feel so far away, and I don't know what to say.
Hell yeah. That was dope.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Now, you said you were living out in Maine when you wrote that, huh?
I wrote it when I was in college, but when I was working on it, I was in Maine for the summer. And so kind of the aftermath was like in Maine, putting the pieces together.
Cool. And all inspired by tarot cards, huh?
Yeah.
Very cool. What was the song that was mixed in there? That's not Oasis, is it?
Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Iris, Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my band usually do like a little mashup of that song, and since I've been like so used to playing with the band, like it just kind of like happened. I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing the mashup. But yeah, that's a good song.
Oh, that was lovely. That was really great.
Thank you.
Wow. Now, what was the inspiration behind that song?
So that song I wrote about having a crush on not one but 2 people at the same time, and yeah,
Love, she stinks, no?
yeah, I was really down bad for these people, and yeah, it's just kind of like a song of yearning and longing.
Huh. Did the tarot cards tell you which one to go with?
Well, yeah, I mean, so throughout the kind of situation, I would do so many tarot card readings, which is why the music video is based off of tarot cards. Like certain cards that I pulled, I incorporated in the music video to mean different things. But yeah, I mean, the cards, what did they say? Like, I feel like in the beginning, I was getting a lot of like positive cards, but then like as things kind of went on, things seemed less hopeful. And so they spoke the truth.
Yeah. I hope you didn't pull that death card. That's
I think I did at one point.
Sheesh.
I think, and the card that I pulled the most was there was a time where I pulled the 3 of Swords 3 times within like a week, which is like the card of like heartbreak, like agony, like, and that was how I was feeling at the time. So I was like, cool. And so the music video, the cover of the music video, it was actually, no, it's not the cover, but in the music video, I'm wearing a red dress, and I got 3 swords for the music video, and I basically recreated that tarot card as me being the heart in the red dress with the 3 swords in me, and so that was kind of the symbolism behind that.
And then you had the little plushy heart with the pins in it.
Yes,
too.
yeah. Lots of 3 of Swords.
How symbolic. That's cool. Can we look up what the 3 of Swords is? Because I think that would be an interesting thing to figure out here.
Yeah.
Jamie, look up the 3 swords.
It's a brutal card. It's kind of like there are certain cards that are just kind of like they're the most kind of like death and destruction cards of all of tarot, and I would say that is one of them. Another one is the Tower, which I pulled last night. So not looking good.
Now, this is saying that the 3 of Swords most commonly refers to a tarot card that symbolizes heartbreak, loss, sorrow, and betrayal, often depicting a heart pierced by 3 swords. However, the card also suggests a path to healing and growth by acknowledging and releasing pain, with the number 3 representing a turning point and the suit of hearts representing the mental and emotional realms.
Wow.
They say death comes in 3s.
That is true.
I believe that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triangle offense.
Yeah. That's the Illuminati, bro.
Oh, I thought it was the 90s Bulls. Never mind. Way off. Yeah, tarot cards are really fun. I always tell people if they're not into it, try it out once. You know what I mean? Just to, if you're ever at like a cabaret party or something and there's a lady in the corner with a table, go try it out. You know, it's very interesting to have that reconciliation. Like you were saying earlier in the beginning of the episode of finding that identity. You know, sometimes your identity changes, different situations in your life will come along, and sometimes you need Madame Zeroni to tell you which way to go on your trail.
Yeah.
I pulled tarot cards. I think it was last New Year's Eve. My girlfriend and I did it. And it was the card of like, what are you going to do in your life? And I pulled the King of Cups.
Okay.
And I was like, hell yeah. I don't even know what that means,
King of
but
Cups.
I like it.
Like as in sports?
It was like a guy. Was he the King of Cups or the Knight of Cups? But he was like on a horse and he's like holding a cup up, and it was like I associated it with like hosting events and parties. So I was like, I think I like this guy, and that was the one tarot card I like kept to myself.
You need
and
to get
put it
like
on my dream board.
You need to get like a chalice now.
Yeah.
Like a pimp cup,
Like a pimp cup.
like a Little John pimp cup. Yeah.
And a little pimp coat.
Have you ever gotten your tarot cards read?
A handful of times personally, and you guys are probably gonna hate me for this.
Lay it on us, bro.
But I think it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's always been where like it's very general, you know what I mean? Like where I can pull out something and I can, because my brain wants to relate whatever I'm doing, if I'm going through something or whatever, and I'm trying to figure out some answers. It's gonna want to relate whatever card to, Three of Swords. These bad 3 things happened earlier in my life. Like obviously it must be true, but I feel like it's very general. Like I had like psychic readings too. Again, very general. Like she would try to like fetch like some information from me. So she'd be like, oh, well, something bad happened to you in the last 6 months. Obviously, you know, it happened to every, you know, I can say, something bad happened to you in the last year. Oh my God, yeah.
Whoa.
My Kia got stolen. No way. Oh, and that was in the summer months. Oh my God, it was summer. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
People will argue that it's a pseudoscience, like the same with like I always confuse it. Astronomy or astrology?
Astrology, yeah.
Astrology, yes. Yeah, people will say, they're like, oh yeah, there's really no way to like scientifically prove that. But I think, especially because after so many years, the stars have shifted. That's a whole other thing. I don't want to get too political right now. But I agree with what you're saying in the sense that it could be something so general and broad. But in a way, it gets you to at least think about it.
Yeah,
you know
that's the
mean?
one thing, you know, I never like, when people are into it, I'm like, yeah, because everybody needs, you know, something to like help them at least realize something, you know what I mean? Like whether it's tarot cards or psychic readings or religion, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Or like a medium. I would hate to go to a medium because I'm such an open book. I'd be like, your mother died at a young age and it was very traumatic. I'm like, how can you tell? What about me says that? Oh.
Yeah. I think, okay, so my hot take about that is like, I feel like with tarot, like I don't personally use it for like fortune telling or like predicting the future because I feel like that wasn't necessarily its intention. Like it's kind of evolved over the course of time and some people have used it for that, but I feel like I don't like to use it for that because like, I mean, yeah, it's like you can kind of twist anything to fit into it. I like to use it as a tool for like, what am I, like just kind of as a guide for self-reflection. Yeah. I like to use it for that, but like it has surprised me how like accurate it has been. And it's like, I feel like when you're needing something, you're like looking for signs in the universe somewhere. And like, I feel like it's just a place where you can look for those signs. And like, if it resonates with you and you're like, oh, like it feels good in some way, kind of probably in a similar way that like people feel about religion and stuff like that.
Totally.
That's why I see it, yeah.
It helps resonate something within you. Gets you thinking about your life, your personal life. Yeah. Now, outside of music, how else do you like to celebrate? How else do you like to enjoy your life?
What do I do? I feel like, I mean, music truly is like the thing that I do the most. But then like, I don't know, like I work out. Now I'm skating again. So, hey-o. What else do I do? I hang out with friends. Like, I feel like that's a big part of my life. spending time with friends. And I feel like since I've moved to Chicago, like, I think always in my life I have felt like a person who, like, I've never felt like I've had like a ton of friends. I've always had friends, but I've never like been the most popular person or like had a ton of friends that I have to go and hang out with all the time. But I feel like since coming to Chicago, like, I feel like I have the most friends that I have ever had in my life. And like the friendships that I have are like the most fulfilling, which has been really nice. Like, I feel like I really like people here. They're so nice.
Yeah. There's something to be said about the art scene in general in Chicago. It's really not so crabs in a bucket. Like, you know, people really want to see each other succeed. And, you know, what's your take on that? Have you experienced that compared to other cities like New York? Or?
Yes. Yeah. I found big differences in New York and Chicago, especially in the music scene. I feel like in New York, I mean, I think people are just more, like, there's just so much more competition there. And people in Chicago are so much more, like, humble and welcoming to the scene and, like, very not pretentious. Like, no one's ever like, oh, like, I remember having this one conversation with this guy, like, at this show in New York where I was like, oh, he just seems like such a dick. Like, he was just, like, super pretentious and, like, trying to, like, be like, oh, like, what are you doing here? Like, I don't know. So that I remember that, like, kind of pissed me off. I was like, okay. But I feel like I haven't had anything like that in Chicago. People have been so nice. Yeah. So, yeah, I like the vibes here much better.
It's a major city with a small town feel.
Yeah,
you know?
Literally. Like, I'll meet someone and then bump into them, like, the next day on the street.
Yeah. It really is a small city. Yeah, you'd be surprised who you're going to bump into.
Especially if you're like constantly going to shows and stuff, because you got a lot of the same people that go to like similar shows, and there's only like a handful of music venues, so
right.
Yeah,
it's very welcoming.
It's the community, right?
Yeah.
Say, is it cool if we maybe ask you some flash questions?
Yeah.
All right. We got a bell here. We got a bell of approval. So if we like, oh yeah, we like that answer, we'll throw it down.
All right.
So these are flash questions.
Okay.
You can say next question if you don't want to answer it. But we'll just kind of start rattling some off. If that's cool with you.
Let's go.
You ready to rock?
Mm-hmm.
Question number 1. What's the last song you couldn't stop listening to?
I know that. Oh my God! Literally, "Caramel" by Conan Gray.
What is your dream collaboration?
Oh my God! There's actually so many. My one right now is this musician called Ryman. I would love to work with him.
Now, what is your favorite Chicago venue to play?
Ooh, I mean, so far it's been Book Club of the ones that I've played.
It's a fun spot.
Yeah.
Deep dish or thin crust?
Thin crust.
Ooh. Best late night food spot after a gig?
Ooh. The gas station that is like literally right close to my house. It's just like your normal gas station.
Your favorite L train story in 3 words? Favorite or craziest story?
You look disgusting. That's a quote.
Jesus.
Woof.
From somebody else.
Cubs or Sox, or neither?
Well, so I've only been to see the White Sox play, and they won when I was there. But I am neutral otherwise. I don't have an opinion.
She's Switzerland, folks. She's Switzerland. It's all right. Morning or night person?
Morning.
Go-to coffee order?
This year it's been an unflavored iced latte, usually decaf, because if I have too much caffeine, then I won't sleep.
What is a hidden talent outside of your music?
I can do a headstand, and I've always been able to do a headstand. It was like my party trick when I was like 7.
Hell yeah. You were very centered. Yeah. What is the first concert you ever went to?
One Direction.
Ooh. Now, what is a song you wish you had written?
Oh my gosh, so many of them. There's a song called "Broke Mine 2" by Devin Again it's like one of my favorite songs of all time.
What are some lyrics of yours that you were the most proud of?
Oh my gosh. I definitely have no idea, but I remember my friend asked me what lyrics I was the most proud of, and I sent them to him. but I have no idea what they were, and I have no idea what they would be off the top of my head. So,
what is your favorite Chicago season?
I would say fall.
What is your next dream milestone?
My next dream milestone? I mean, I want to go on tour to some extent. And so what I'm starting to do is like little weekend runs. Like that's kind of what I'm planning on doing the next couple of months in like surrounding cities like Milwaukee. We have a gig October 3rd in Mason City, Illinois, which is like 3 hours away. So
nice.
that's our first one that we're like getting out of the city for.
Nice. Now, this one I was kind of wondering earlier in the day. How would you describe your aesthetic?
Ooh, see, that is the thing that like I've been thinking of for years, and I feel like I've never been able to fully define it because I feel like there are so many different things. Like I feel like I am like a human collage, basically, of everything that I have ever loved. And so I would say like my aesthetic is kind of like, I would say, if I were to say it in one word, I would say trinkets. I like to like customize little things. Like I always have like little trinkets on my clothes. Like on my pants, I have like a little leaf. Oh. And yeah, I feel like I like making things personal and my own.
Good answer. I think those are all the flash questions I got. Unless you want me to ask some more, I can always go with more.
I'm good with whatever.
What are some other things that you're interested in? You know, a lot of people will say, oh, this is my Roman Empire. What's the thing that you're always thinking about throughout the day?
What is the thing? I mean, I really do feel like it is like myself and thinking about life and understanding life. Like I feel like that does kind of feel like my purpose, and music is just the way that I express that. But like something that I think that people might not know about me from like just listening to my music is how much like I love to clean. I love to clean so much. Like I genuinely enjoy it. I enjoy the time that I spend cleaning. I love it, and I feel like you wouldn't get that from my music. I love to clean.
That might be your next single right there. Yeah. Collaboration with Mr. Clean. That would be sweet.
Be so cool.
Have him like spreading his butt out on the camera, like.
Young Gravy has a song called Mr. Clean.
Oh, he does have it. Yeah.
Damn, he beat me to it.
Clean.
Yeah.
I can do like Mrs. Clean.
There you
Mrs.
go.
Clean. Yeah. Is there a Mrs. Clean?
That is a good question.
You could be the next Mrs. Clean.
Whoa.
You like older men?
I don't know about that old.
How old do you think Mr. Clean is?
I don't even know. Like in my mind, I'm picturing him to be like 55.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
But like, I don't know how crystal clear my like image of him is. But I would think around that age.
I'd agree with you. Like, yeah, he's got to be over 50. He's bald.
Yeah.
He's got like the white little beard in front.
Yeah, the white hair.
I figured he's like at that point where he's like trying to look to retire pretty soon, but he makes good money and he probably like races Lance Armstrong bikes.
Yeah, he definitely bikes. He definitely seems like someone who'd be super into biking.
Yeah, and he's not like the nice kind either. He's like the guy who's going to yell at you on the lakefront trail. Get out of the bike lane!
It's not clean enough.
Bubbles are following his bike. Like, ah!
You missed the spot.
Mr. Clean, I thought you were so nice.
Remember Billy Mays?
Yes.
Billy Mays.
Yes.
Billy Mays here in fucking OxyClean, bro.
The something sliders.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Didn't a suitcase fall on his head? Isn't that what happened?
I honestly don't remember.
I think it was that.
I also don't remember. Was he the one who like just woke up and was dead?
I'm gonna look that up.
No idea. But he would yell at you all the time.
Oh yeah.
Billy Mays here.
Yeah, he was crazy.
OxyClean.
It says Billy Mays died from complications of heart disease at age 50
Okay.
on June 28th, 2009.
Wow.
With a likely contributing factor of cocaine overdose.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Okay.
He got that Mr. Clean money.
That was not cleaning powder that was going up his nose.
Honestly, that was the last thing I was hoping to hear or willing to hear or whatever.
It's kind of sad though.
Like,
all these guys get into
it.
some shit, you know. Even like the slap chop guy.
Oh, true.
Remember what happened with him? He like slapped a prostitute, and then like he got in some deep shit.
That's crazy.
Dude.
Oh man.
People are nuts. When they get a little bit of money, bro, they start doing cocaine and slapping hookers.
Yeah.
Look at Charlie Sheen, bro.
Yeah. Damn. It's really hard seeing all these public images going down. Papa John, who thought he would be a racist, right? Arguably everybody, but you know, what are you going to do?
John.
Hey, at least they brought the Cracker Barrel guy back. They brought back the cracker.
The Cracker Barrel.
Have y'all been reading into that at all? The whole Cracker Barrel dilemma?
Everybody was all pissed off because they took the fucking dude off the sign or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then the inside, they've made it to like be very modern.
Oh,
and like,
but I feel like the whole thing that they have is like it's the country store. It's the old country store.
Right. Like I want to get tetanus when that stuff falls off the walls. I don't want to see clean cups, you know?
Yeah.
It's like what they did to McDonald's, bro.
Yeah. Isn't that sad to see though? Like back in the 90s, it was like such a hip time. You saw all these like really colorful buildings and all the architecture is beautiful. But now it's like brutalist. It's very gray.
Well, okay, here's a question. Because I feel like, I mean, I wasn't alive in the 90s. But what like did McDonald's always just reflect like the current design trend? Because like if so,
pretty much
that is what they're doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're trying to keep up with the times. What are the times though? But even if you look at like cars on the road now, like 80% of them are gray of some variant.
I know.
Of gray.
I love like a fun colored car. Like I saw a fun colored car the other day, and like I actually like it actually like brightened my day. Like I'm remembering it and talking about it right now. Like I appreciated that like peach colored car.
Yeah. You know, too bad there wouldn't be a bunch of pink cars because we would be a pink carnation. My uncle told me that joke the other day, and I was like, that wasn't that good, but I'm still going to laugh. Pink carnation. It's a flower. No, okay. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said, too. I was like, I don't think I get it. He's like, pink carnation's a flower.
I'm not a flower guy.
Either am I. Actually, I like flowers are nice.
More of a, well, I guess I am a flower guy, if you know what I mean.
That kind of flower, for sure. Yeah. But let me tell you guys, the 90s was pretty hip. I feel old saying this to you guys now because I'm the elder in the room. But man, the 90s was cool because I would say things were just so much more vibrant. Like there were a lot of like really pretty colors. Those like pinks and blues that you saw in the Barbie movie. Like that was all over in the 90s. One of the things that I'm really happy about the 90s that is not a thing anymore is like anywhere you would go, you would just be driving down the street and you would see plastic bags blowing in the wind like tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
And then they get caught in the trees.
Yeah,
But it was everywhere you went.
Yeah, I guess we have that less now because they charge for them now.
It's a 10-cent tumbleweed now.
Yeah.
Were you in school during 9/11, like in school?
Oh, Jay Smoot, let me tell you about what my remembrance of 9/11.
Because I remember them taking us, and we were in like the 4th grade or something like that. We all got took.
No way you were in 4th grade. You're younger
something.
than me.
Yeah, well, I was in like 2nd grade then.
What year were you born?
96.
Bro, you were way younger. I was in like 3rd. I think I was in like 3rd or 4th grade.
No way, because I remember
I was born
vividly,
91.
they were like, they took us to the auditorium to make everybody watch it for some reason. They were like,
really?
Yeah. They were all like, well, if your parents don't come get you, we're all coming to the auditorium, and we're all gonna have to sit here and watch the fucking news.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's fucked up to show a bunch of kids dying, people dying like that.
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you might have been like 1st grade.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
No,
I
was probably 1st grade. How old are you in kindergarten?
5. I think 1st grade is like 6, 7. Yeah. I think.
I was probably in the 1st grade. Yeah, because I remember them like everybody was freaking out. I didn't know why, but then they're all like, "Come to the whoever, if we can come to the auditorium in case something happens or whatever." And they put it on the big ass screen. I thought that growing up, I thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, you guys made a bunch of elementary school kids watch 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like a movie.
Yeah. Right? That's really weird. Looking back at it now, do you wish you hadn't seen it?
I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was like a movie, and it wasn't until I was older that I saw clips of it. I'm all like, "Fuck, dude, this is really fucked up."
Mm-hmm. I remember I was thinking again. I think it was in like 3rd or 4th grade, and I remember all the teachers like going out into the hallways, and they were like crying.
Whoa!
And I remember just like the rumors were swirling with the kids. And I think one of the rumors was that one of like the maintenance guys had died, or the janitor had died.
Oh, wow.
And that's why they were crying. And then some kids were like leaving school. Their parents were picking them up. And then it wasn't until I got home later and I had to sit down with my parents, and they're like, this is what happened. There's these bad guys. And I remember freaking out. I took a bath I was the bath king when I was a kid. I still take baths regularly. Who am I kidding?
Got a rubber ducky.
Hell yeah. I'm a Jeep owner. Of course I got rubber duckies. But no, I remember like taking a bath and the wind blew the door open, and I thought it was fucking Al-Qaeda or something. And I freaked out as a kid. But it was scary, especially living in Chicago. You would think that would be one of the next targets. So
yeah.
Yeah, no, it was freaky. And I think I just remember the weird shift of it afterwards. I think one of the coolest parts about 9/11 that I do remember is the camaraderie of everybody. I thought it was so cool just to see all these Americans come together, and it wasn't you're Republican, you're Democrat, you're this, you're that. So many people just came together. I remember being a kid, like out on the sidewalk on like the busy street of Kedzie, and honk if you love America signs being held up, and people honking, and that camaraderie was so interesting to see, from feeling like you got kicked in dirt to so many people just hugging each other and just having that love. I remember that part being really powerful. How about you, were you pre or post 9/11?
I was born like a month before, so I was probably like shitting myself, like literally.
As were we.
I actually texted my mom recently. I was like, what was I doing during 9/11? And I think she said like napping, probably like feeding. So yeah, I have no memory of it.
That's a good way to remember it.
Yeah,
because that was something else. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Anyways, next question. Oh man. No, it was a really crazy thing. And I don't know. I'm not saying that like there needs to be another terrible event for Americans to come together, but again, just take it from a millennial or an elder millennial. It was really wild to see such a horrible thing happen, and then just to see the love that came out of it afterwards was so wild. I still remember like it was kind of like the beginning of all of the crazy security, like getting into buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And I still remember I was like a young kid and reading about how people couldn't bring like their cheese heads into Lambeau Field to go watch the Packers because people were like carving
cheese
out
heads?
like the Wisconsin guys, they'll put the cheese hats on.
Okay. Yeah.
But people were like cutting them open and putting knives inside of there. What the fuck? And I remember telling that to my teacher. I was like, oh yeah, like people are like putting knives in there. And she was like, where the fuck did you learn that from? You're like 8. You shouldn't have to be worrying about that. She like yelled at me about it. I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's not my fault. I heard about the knives and the cheese.
Yeah. This is a warning for you. Don't go to Lambeau Field. Yeah.
Did you guys have school shooter practices or whatever?
Yeah.
Never.
Dude.
Really?
I was well before
I guess
that time.
Yeah, I feel like that was a big part of everything, because I think Sandy Hook happened when I was in like 5th grade.
Wow.
And so I feel like that was just like the reality of it, which was sad.
Yeah.
And scary too. Like
I always thought it was kind of like pointless, because what they would do with us is they would like have us like go and hide like in a little fucking nook of the classroom or whatever, away from like the door and whatnot. And I'm like, well, there's not a real, like there's like one lock, which if I wanted to shoot it I could, and then if I want to go in there, like there's it was pointless. It mostly just scared kids, like having to do like the shooter practices or whatever, because people were freaking out. They're like, I don't want, what if something actually happens or whatever. It's fucking, I don't know.
It's better to have a poor plan is better than no plan, is what they say.
I guess you're right.
I guess that's true. Like if they never had it, then kids would probably just be like running around.
And I guess it kind of like mentally prepares you a little bit just in case, God forbid, it ever does happen. You know what I mean? At least you're like, okay, as a kid, I guess I know what to do, and I'm not gonna freak out so much,
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's important to know, like, now as an adult, if you're going into a public place, and I hate saying this, it's so disgusting that like we're even talking about this, but the idea of having that worst case scenario plan, like, I remember I was at Lollapalooza and I was just like, oh my God, like, what if like X, Y, and Z happens? And having that conversation with my girlfriend of like, if we get separated, meet me at the lake. I will be here,
Yeah.
Because a lot of people believe in like bear law, like you just bear. For those who don't know what bear law is, bear law is if a wild grizzly bear came into whatever room or place that you're in, you just have to be faster than the slowest person. You got to be able to do one pull up. You got to be able to do like one push up, just something, just to get yourself out of harm's way.
Yeah.
And your survival rate goes up from there. But yeah, I think that's an important thing for some people to at least consider, when you're going out into the club nowadays.
Yeah.
And if who knows what's going to happen, because there's a lot of fucking crazy people out there.
Yeah.
The amount of access that everybody has to guns now, like there's a lot of people that legally have them that probably shouldn't, dude. It's fucking nuts, man.
So many.
Right. It's a wild thing. And, God, I feel so disgusting even talking about it. I was looking into like the last shooter that like just happened like a week ago. And it was this news article that was talking about them going into a gun store, buying the gun, and even like owning the guns and like posting videos about it. Everything up to the shooting was completely legal for them to like go on, like buy the gun, make videos for it, have freedom of speech to talk about what they were going to do. And until that like first shot was fired, by law, all of that was totally legal. And so scary because they were making like a manifesto video with like all of these like encrypted messages like written on their assault rifles and all their magazines. And but here's the ethical thing. YouTube, while we're on the topic, maybe you can fucking help us figure it out. What's so crazy about it is that they posted it on YouTube. It wasn't flagged, much like a lot of these other shooters where they do these videos. They're not flagged by YouTube, by any of these robots that can totally detect this kind of stuff. And then therefore they don't get the focus and the attention that they should of like sending somebody a wellness check on this person, trying to figure out how to prevent these kind of things. Because, and I guess here's the kind of weird point I want to make about it is that you can go online nowadays with guns that you've purchased legally and have the freedom of speech to say you're about to go do something and not get flagged and not get monetized. What does that have to say about like the rap culture in America? Like some people are going up and doing literally the same thing, pointing their guns at cameras, saying they're going to shoot someone. Some they already did shoot somebody. And then that doesn't get flagged either. It's such a weird taboo thing.
I like to believe it's a race thing.
Do you?
A lot of school shooters are usually white, and then a lot of rappers that get arrested are black. So I personally think it's a race thing, but I mean, who knows what the reality of it is?
And maybe that's the rap culture of it. Sure. But like, what's the fucking difference? If somebody's going up there preaching that kind of hate, where's the line? Where do you draw that line to say, hey, I got to send somebody in to check this out, make sure everything's okay? Because like I said, everything up until that shooting is totally legal, unfortunately.
You know what's messed up? I think they signed a thing where you can now legally use your rap songs as a thing against you as evidence against you if you get charged with a crime or whatever. Which I guess it's been very few cases where that has actually been like the case where somebody goes and does a crime and they rap about it in their song. But
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
There's been very few cases where that happens. Like this one dude recently, the fucking guy that wrote "I Got Murder on My Mind" or whatever.
Whoa.
He killed his friend, best friend or whatever, and he talks about it in the song, and he got charged with it. And they used his song as like evidence because
gotta be careful what you say in songs.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
Fuck around and find out, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. What's your take on all of that? I mean, I know that's a lot of heavy stuff there, but man.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like there's so much with like surveillance culture, then with our laws, and also just like, also freedom of speech, because like I think if they were to censor that video, like then that would be kind of going more towards censorship, which is like, is that what we want to go down? But it's like, there's a lot of things to consider, I think, with that.
Right. Because like maybe like some stuff arguably should be censored.
Yes, definitely things, especially when like children are on the internet, like so many things should be censored and so many things are a really bad influence for kids. But it's like, where do you draw the line? You know, like I just got the first on, this has never happened to me on Instagram, but like I got the thing where it's like somebody was like, somebody's worried about you. They think that you're, but I'm like, what did I post? Like, I don't even think I posted anything, but like, that's never happened to me. But it's like I'm not doing anything. But,
right.
You know.
I've gotten flagged on Instagram before and I'm like, dude, I'm literally just sharing dog photos.
Yeah.
Like, there's really not much to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That would be a hell of a job, just to sit around and watch fucking
I know,
YouTube
yeah,
videos all
that
day.
would be crazy. Like and I wonder if now it's like AI that's doing that, but like somebody probably has to watch it and decide like this is inappropriate.
Like an ethics officer,
Yeah.
Well, YouTube, if you want to help us figure this out, we're getting a little fucking sick of the craziness in the world. That would be nice. Greatly appreciate it. Oh boy. Well, this camera's kind of acting up. Sorry, folks, if we're coming in and out of consciousness. You might just be a little faded yourself.
Everyone's on mushrooms.
Everyone's on mushrooms. Do you have a favorite drug or a drink of choice?
A favorite drug? Well, okay, so I've said this before. My favorite drug of choice genuinely is caffeine. Like, I have a coffee in me and I'm like ready to take on the world. Like, it is my favorite.
Hell yeah.
You like Celsius's?
I've never had one because I have one coffee and it's like if I have that at like 10 a.m. I will be going until 10 p.m. Like I don't think I could handle an energy drink. I've never really had one.
Yeah, if that's the case, you probably wouldn't benefit from the Celsius because those things have like 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh my god.
How much does a coffee cup have? Like
I don't know.
Hey Jamie,
I think
let's look it up.
50
like
to 100 or something.
like that.
But like it's like I drink green tea in the morning and like that's my caffeine for the day. And it keeps me going.
95.
1 cup of coffee has 95 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Whoa.
For an 8 ounce coffee. That's if you drink 8 ounces though. I'm drinking the fucking tall boys.
Yeah.
Big gulps, you know?
Give me a 36 ounce.
Yeah. Celsius is nice though, because I always get the coffee jitters where I'm like giggity giggity giggity. Blah.
Yeah.
And like
You don't get that with Celsius?
Not at all. Not at all. And they taste really good.
Oh, I've never had one.
You should totally try them out. Aldi sells them now for
Okay.
I think less than $1 maybe, but if you go to a gas station, they'll be $2-3 maybe.
Wow.
They're really really good. Really good.
Do like I feel like I've never had one, but do they taste like White Claws? Like I feel like that's what I envision them to taste like.
I would say they taste better than a White Claw, but
That's
they're
good.
they're in the same ballpark definitely.
Because I feel like most energy drinks just taste like battery acid.
Right. Yeah, it's not like a Monster.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say if I were to describe it, it'd be like a bitter White Claw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like and they have different flavors, and you'll taste the flavor, but yeah, it's a little bittery. I had a cherry Coke one earlier today.
Ooh.
It's like, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get a little addicting though. That and a couple Zinderellas up in your upper lip, getting your day
Good old
going.
Zins.
Ugh. Sheesh.
I had a dream recently one of the things that like I can always get anyone out in like never have I ever is that like I've never smoked a cigarette. And
Good for you. You're not missing much.
I had a dream though the other night that I smoked one, and I like put it out in an ashtray in my apartment, and like my apartment burned down. So
yeah, it's probably a good sign to not smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, keep that up. You're not missing much, kid. I'm gonna tell you, cigarettes are not good.
Yeah, I feel like it's like I was never in a place where I was like I want to do that and put money. And also it's like I'm a singer.
Right.
I don't think the raspy voice would sound very good on me.
Yeah, you have a lovely voice. Don't thrash it. Do you dream a lot?
I do, yeah. I would say like I dream pretty frequently.
Do you like write down your dreams? Or you try to like find out the purpose behind them?
I've never like been able to stick to that, I think. But I feel like, and I think people get so into like the symbols in dreams and what they mean. But I feel like what the actually important part about a dream that you can actually draw things from is how did you feel about the thing that was happening in the dream? I feel like that tells you more about what's going on than like there was a snake, that means this thing.
Right. The feeling behind it. Some people will say that a dream is a way for your brain to make sense of the universe around you.
Yeah.
So like when you have like a deja vu moment, you might have dreamt it before, but that was your brain kind of preparing you for that moment.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Or just kind of process stuff. I've been having some weird dreams lately too, in the last like month especially. Mm-hmm. What do you think is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
I mean, like some of them have been like weird and like uncomfortable in a way that like I don't wish to to tell people about. But like it's like sometimes I'll have like kind of, I describe them as like action horror movie dreams where it's like I am being chased and I have to like defend myself. And those are usually not very fun. I usually wake up and I'm like, that was really stressful.
Like, can you lucid dream? Can you control your
No,
yourself
I've never
in
been
a
able
dream?
to do that. It's like I'm just at the whim of my mind.
Yeah. I've trained myself to lucid
Whoa.
dream. Yeah. And I love it. It's like playing a fucking video game at night. I love sleeping. I love it. I love it so much. I wish I could be a professional sleeper. That'd be sweet.
You could be one of those people that test out mattresses.
Ooh. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I could be a professional lazy boy.
There you go.
You could be the lazy boy.
I could be the lazy boy.
Yeah.
I had a dream a couple months ago, and I'm still trying to dissect it. It was a really, really weird one. My girlfriend always makes fun of me. She's like, I just wish I could like plug into your brain and just see what's going on in there sometimes. Excuse me. One of the dreams was I got invited to a rooftop party. It was like a big party out in the city. Get to the rooftop, and it's just like this extravagant, crazy, wild party. And there was a guy on stilts who was getting a blowjob because he was elevated. I'm going to be wanting to focus for this one. Actually, don't put me in focus for this one. Yeah, and the guy was just like in stilts, but he was getting a blowjob because his like penis was like mouth height for the other guy. And it was another dude sucking him off, and I'm not gay or anything, but I just had this dream. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's funny because I feel like, then it like evens out the height difference. So it's like both people are standing.
Right?
Maybe it's about like, because it's like they're both standing. Maybe they're on like equal ground.
Right? And it was an empowering thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't yucking their yum by any means. Yeah, it was an equality thing. They were on the same level. And is out of all the other crazy party attendees, that one stood out to me the most.
Yeah.
Huh. You're not going to see that every day. Huh. What do you dream about, Jay Smooth?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nope.
Just blackness? You just coughing it up?
I have dreams very rarely for some reason, and they're usually like stuff that has happened like the day before, the night before.
Yeah, it's usually, for me, it's like real life things that have happened or not happened. And it's like I've had friends who like dream like crazy like fantasy dreams where they're like on an adventure, but it's like, nope, it's just normal life that hasn't happened.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't even care to write down my dreams is because it's usually like, oh, it's just me walking to the store and like seeing like some weird shapes and shit. Yeah. It's pretty. I could describe my dreams as like acid trips, kind of, but not in like the sense that it's like, oh, crazy. It's more like you see something and it's a little wavy. You go over there and you're thinking about something or whatever. It's not that interesting.
You should tap into it a little more, man. I'm telling you, both of y'all try it. It's I've done a lot of research on it, and that's how I think I've trained myself to lucid dream. It's more of just a recognition that you are dreaming and to be able to process it, to say, okay, I know I'm going to remember this about my dream when I wake up because I've written it down or I've tried to interpret it. But there's a lot of really cool documentaries and podcasts about dreaming and how to lucid dream, how to train yourself to dream. Try it out. Last night I was in like a hot pursuit in a car dreaming, and it was sweet. It was like a classic 60s car. Yeah, I don't know. Just try it out. I think it's a lot of fun.
But then, like, if you get to choose what you dream about, then is there if you choose what you're dreaming about and you can control it, are there other things that come in that you aren't controlling that happen?
I don't think I can control. Yeah, so I can't control what the dream is necessarily about, but I control my actions while in those scenarios.
Okay. It's kind of like life.
Right.
There you go.
Right. And that's where I think, maybe it helps with training in real life. Because then when you're in those moments, you're like, what would dream me do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I would run that person over. No, I'm kidding. Don't run people over. Well, hey, we're getting just about that time to kind of wrap up here. Do you have any other messages or anything that you'd like to send out to the world? Or
what would I don't know. You can listen to my music if you look up my name, which is Sarah Krohn. I'm playing shows in Chicago soon. I'm playing October 12th at Shuba's, so that one will be really fun. Shuba's. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Now, before we do kind of wrap up, one of the questions I did want to ask you, where would you like to be maybe 5 or 10 years down the line?
5 or 10 years down the line. I would like to be doing, my goal always with music is to be doing it to the highest capacity and the most enjoyment that I can. So hopefully I am doing whatever that is for me. Right now I'm like, it'd be so cool to like go on tour and do all this stuff. But like maybe I like actually become a producer, or maybe I do all this other stuff. But like I hope that I can have the freedom to make the music that I want to make and share it with people as much as I want to.
Yeah. Well, you're doing it now, and you're doing it very, very well.
Thank you.
So just keep your nose in the grindstone, and don't let your foot off the gas pedal. Sincerely, I'm a really big fan of your music. I had such a good time listening to it when I discovered you, and your music videos are really, really fun. And I suggest all of the listeners out there, again, go check out Sarah Krohn. Go down in the description below. You'll find all of her links to social media. Go into the description of the video itself. The description will directly link you right to her YouTube page. Give her a like, give her a follow, give her a subscribe, give her some love. Tell her Hawk Winds sent you. But again, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you for bringing Eddie along and playing us some songs.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Well, again, thank you very much. And again, check out Sarah's website. She's got a lot of merch on there if you want to buy some of her merch, upcoming show days, all of her music videos and everything. So be sure to check it out. Give her some love. Give her some likes. And most importantly, share it. Share it. Share it. Share it. It's completely free to share, and it means the absolute world to us artists when you do share it. And you never know who it's going to resonate with, so spread it like wildfire.
And it's free.
And it's free. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's two clicks. Click. Excuse me. I promise I do not have COVID. I did one of those nasal things the other day, and it just did not settle well with me. Let me tell you, kids, once you get into your 30s, heartache, gravity, and hangovers, they hit a lot harder.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Stay as young as you can, as long as you can, Jay Smooth.
It's funny because when I was younger, I was like, man, I can't wait to be old. And now I'm just like, I don't want to age anymore.
No, dude, it's the worst. My body can't function with milk in it anymore. It's not fun. It's not that fun. Alrighty. Wisdom is fun, though. Well, we're going to send you guys out. We always send you guys out with a loving message at the end of every episode. I'm gonna send out a message to everybody to just be kind to one another. You never know what somebody's going through. Every single one of us has an issue that we are battling with that nobody knows anything about. Some people do know about it. Some people don't know about it. So my encouragement for everybody is just be good to each other, be kind, be empathetic, and be patient. Call up that friend you haven't talked to in a little while. And girlfriends, if you ever really want to know what your boyfriend is feeling, get him a little buzzed, get real quiet, and then ask him to say, hey, how are you really feeling?
What are we?
Yeah, you might be surprised by the answer. Yeah, you never know. And boyfriends, do that to your girlfriend too. Give her a couple glasses of wine. Ask her, how are you really? And shut up and listen. Try listening. Listening's a good activity. But yeah, no, be good to each other. Be empathetic. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Again, folks, this is Hawkwind's Radio Picture Show coming to you live every Wednesday night. Stay tuned. We got a lot coming your way. My name is Jack Dwyer.
And I'm Jay Smooth.
You guys have a great night. Have a happy Wednesday and a very, very happy fall. Happy fall to everybody.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.